Bianca Belair versus Becky Lynch for the SmackDown Women's title then did exactly what I thought it was going to do.
This is what I've been waiting on. Bianca Belair, Becky Lynch. Let's get it!
Got all the vibes. Yeah, I got all the vibes. I can't let you run. A nigga can't let you run. This rock star life got me on another high. It's fucking with my mind. All these drugs on my mind. I got all the vibes. Yeah, I got all the vibes. I can't let you run. A nigga can't let you run. This rock star life got me on another high. It's fucking with my mind. All these drugs on my mind. Getting to the back.
Good. Dark Knight gang, getting it stank, gang. Today I'm about to do a video, ups and downs, WWE Extreme Rules 2021. Bro, you already know what's up. I didn't watch it, so that's why I'm reacting to this video. I'm ready to hop on into this. Shout out to What Culture Wrestling. Shout out to my boy Simon for always making these videos fire. Thank you for always keeping me up to date. We're going to watch this together. You already know it's a lot going on, and I'm here for all of it, bro. WWE was building up the storylines like always. We have some good matches coming up. So now let's hop into this video. This is a 21-minute video. So I'm going to try my best to not make this into a 30-minute video. I'm just going to keep it a stack. But anyway, I'm pretty hyped for this. You already know where I'm at. I'm in the clouds. Let's hop into this video. Shout out to the gang. Everybody have a good night. Yo, let's go.
Liv Morgan versus Carmella was our pre-show match today, and I think it's time for us all to start supporting pre-show matches and move away from this idea that they're not important. Now, don't get me wrong, that was WWE's fault after that debacle at Survivor Series a couple of years ago, but that was in the past. Let's celebrate the future or the present, and I thought this was more than fine.
Okay,
Carmella was doing a whole,
Carmella or Liv Morgan? Y'all know Carmella. When I first started watching WWE, or when you guys made me start reacting to WWE, Carmella was my baby because she's just a Barbie. She's so beautiful. But she ain't my favorite no more. Liv Morgan is actually like my number 2 or number 3. So let's go, Liv.
Man, I'm so hot and you're
getting that Barbie ass.
So Liv Morgan walked out. She beat the flubble sticks out of her, including taking her lovely face and smashing it into an announce table.
Yeah.
She then put her back in the ring. She hit the Oblivion, you know, you get it because it's her name, and she got the victory. So now here is me. I'm standing here with everything.
Liv.
Please push her. Please allow her to
I
climb
love
up
Liv.
the Morgan Mountain, because we have done this before, WWE, and then poof, she just vanishes. Yeah. Listen to the crowd. Everyone likes Liv Morgan.
Yeah.
Let's fire out of a gun and send her to the moon. And then
We all love Liv Morgan because she has a great personality. She's beautiful and she fire, bro.
I honestly thought I'd tuned into the wrong show,
hold on.
which makes no sense because I pushed play on Extreme Rules 2021.
This guy.
But it was the New Day taking on AJ Styles, Omos, and Bobby Lashley. I was like, I don't remember them announcing this. I mean, they may have done it on social media, but
I don't
I'm not
either.
on there all the time. As it turns out, WWE had just gone WWE. I mean, they are a funny bunch, aren't they? And also, taking Raw out of the picture, this is the first time we've seen the New Day together for ages, and it was on pay-per-view. I'm pretty sure you could have started going, oh my God,
But against Bobby Lashley, AJ Styles, and Omos, the New Day would get toe up if Bobby Lashley worked well with AJ Styles and Omos. The New Day would get killed off.
Everybody
Easy.
get excited, but look, it's a multi-man match in WWE. These are always good up. My favourite part was watching Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston go at it at the early going with AJ Styles, to the point that should become a storyline. AJ Styles should just start fighting everybody on the roster. So we could do AJ Styles versus Damian Priest. We could do AJ Styles versus Chad Gable. Wrong brand, I don't care. We could do AJ Styles versus Reggie. I mean this. It all builds to Big E tagging in. He's all like, I want you, Bobby Lashley, because
not Reggie.
They're all putting the boots to him, so that was kind of cool. But this is Bob that we're talking about.
That's what I'm
Before
saying.
long, he had grabbed Kofi Kingston. He was just chucking him around.
That's what I'm
Omos
saying.
tagged in and he got a good reaction, and that always makes me feel warm and fuzzy in my tum-tum. But then my brain went, which is the noise that sometimes happens. And I was like, why the hell is Omos teaming with Bobby Lashley? Because a few weeks ago in Raw, didn't he give him the tree slam? And the answer is yes, WWE. Don't think that we forget we are massive, massive wrestling nerds. Big E then got another hot tag, which must mean the first one.
That's what I'm saying, but it's just like, whatever, just forget about it. Just enjoy the match.
A lukewarm tag, whatever the hell that would be. And then we were just getting big move, near fall, big move, near fall, big move, near fall. But again, it always works. And I was sat there going, wait, whoa, like I was having some kind of breakdown, but the breakdown was good. This was kind of intriguing too in terms of what we're going to do next. Because AJ Styles and Bobby Lashley basically had a massive miscommunication when Bob kind of tagged himself in and then he went for a spear on Big E, but AJ was like, what's going on? He got speared instead. So Big E was like, all right, he hit the big ending. On to Bob, if you can believe it. And he pinned him for the 1, 2, 3. So I didn't see that coming, and I liked it. Now, I do admit, at some point,
that's hella
Big E
random.
have to beat Bobby Lashley without a bunch of shenanigans.
Big E will never beat Bobby Lashley, bro.
So Bobby Lashley can't come out and go, oh, I hurt my knee, and then AJ Styles did this. The point is, Big E got a win. And a small part of me, this part right here, is still terrified that WWE is going to start booking him to lose. But right now, it ain't happening. So Becky Lynch getting ready for her match after this, and the fans went, it's Becky Lynch.
You already know I'm going for Bianca Belair. Oh, I can't wait. This is about to be fired, nigga.
That sounds like falling off a building.
All right, let me chill, let me
they
chill,
were
let me chill,
excited.
let me chill.
They were excited to see Becky Lynch. So this whole plan ain't really working. It was a tag team heavy affair to start Extreme Rules as well, because our next match was the Street Profits taking on the Usos. This was Fabu.
Yeah, that's
Did exactly
a
what
good
we had
one.
just seen, but again, these guys are so damn talented, they did it well. And the fans was going crazy, I was going crazy, my mum was going crazy, mostly because I rang her at 2 a.m. in the morning. I was like, Mom, I'm watching this really good tag team match, and she doesn't care. She said a lot of naughty words, but to be fair, it made sense. We also had a story here because Montez
That was hilarious.
Ford's ribs had been murked on SmackDown and by Usos after they'd beaten him up. So it was like, oh my gosh, no, Jimmy and Jay keep going after the midsection. How the hell is he going to survive? This is all you need to do, plant those seeds. Dawkins got the tag, and this guy's been on fire recently, and he got a really good near fall afterwards swinging neckbreaker. But then Montez was back in, and he went for the splash, but he missed, so Jimmy or Jay, I get confused because Roman Reigns has completely screwed up my brain, went for the most entertainment of all the sports entertainment, but Montez Ford kicked out. This was just like boom, 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 bang, bang, bang. It didn't deter Ford though, after he then ran towards the ring post and did this dive that was so nuts he must have ended up in a different zip code before landing onto the Usos. I mean,
That sounds
it doesn't
fire.
make any sense. He then also finally did
That sounds fire, but I love this dude Simon. This nigga Simon hilarious. He said he went so far he landed in a different zip code.
his splash, but that was another 1-2. Oh, I can't believe it. Montez Ford doesn't make sense. Somebody needs to do a test on Montez Ford just to make sure he's human, because human beings shouldn't be able to get that high. If you were then saying, well, I would like some emotion, boom, WWE gave it to you, because just as Ford was about to get kicked in the face, Dawkins put his own head in the way and he took the bullet.
Okay.
Sadly, this was an absolute waste of time, because Jimmy and Jay still gave Montez Ford the double super kick. They barely hit the double splash as well. There was nothing he could do, because again he was like, oh, my stomach, my poor, poor stomach. And the referee counted 3, still your SmackDown Tag Team Champions, Jimmy and Jay.
That sounded like a fire match though. The way he just described it, that was a great tag team match right
And
there.
would you look at that? The champions won because they had a game plan and they executed it, and we didn't need any kind of shenanigans.
Yeah, it was just a great
Any kind of
match.
Ridiculousness.
It was just a great match.
Turns out we were just saving that for the end of the show. Bobby Lashley was then back, and sheesh, Bob, what the hell is wrong with you? Because he was all like, oh man, Big E, I'm so mad at you. You're nothing but a coward, and you're nothing but a chicken shib. Now, he didn't say shib, you know what he was getting at. That's like, Bobby, that's kind of a crappy insult. Oh man, you're a massive chicken. You can't just throw an obscenity after it and expect it to have more impact. Although, to be fair, he was really, really mad, and he wants a shot at Big E tonight on Raw. And then it all went silly. Good old WWE, they were rocking and rolling. Now let's not be too unfair, because Charlotte Flair versus Alexa Bliss for the Raw Women's title was a really fine match. I was enjoying it, they had some good
This better
moves,
be
there was some
fire.
cool near falls again, we've talked about that.
Ooh, this
and when
better
you
be
took all the
fire.
hocus pocus and magic and moved it to one side, it was just like, oh yeah, these two guys have really good chemistry. I mean, Alexa Bliss was doing cannonballs off the apron to the outside, Charlotte was doing tilt-a-whirl backbreakers, we saw a Hurricane Rana that took Flair's place and just flung her into the bottom rope.
Okay.
It was just a well put together wrestling match. There was also a great near fall after a sunset bomb, and even better one when Alexa Bliss kind of missed the Twisted Bliss but hit a DDT instead. But at that point I knew what was going to happen. She had come too close too many times and the ending was near. Because Charlotte got her foot on the bottom rope at the very last second and then decided, oh yeah, Alexa Bliss really likes this doll Lily. I'm going to get it and I'm going to try and destroy it. And then she threw it to Alexa Bliss, and even the commentators went, oh man, that's kind of a distraction by Lily. I was like, what are you talking about, you absolute buffoons? Lily ain't real. Lily is a doll and an inanimate object. Charlotte is causing the distraction here. Also, this was a little bit silly. Bliss also lost her damn mind, which allowed Charlotte to hit her with the big boot and the natural selection and get the 1, 2, 3. And even up to this point, I am still going to give it an up because again, I thought they did a damn good job. However, it then continued.
Oh, it's not over. Okay, Charlotte won. She threw Lily at her. Alexa Bliss got distracted. Oh, Lily! She got kicked in the head and then got pinned. All right.
Because Charlotte then went back to Lily.
And now Charlotte finally ripped that little doll head off.
It to pieces.
Yes, sir!
Because of this, Alexa Bliss had some kind of meltdown in the middle of the ring. Now, one, it went on for way too long. Honestly, it got a little bit uncomfortable. But two, Alexa spent a lot of her time going, and there was so much screaming. I was like, man, I hope no one comes to my door right now. They're going to be wondering what the flub I'm watching. Bliss also tried to stop Charlotte doing this, but Flair just grabbed her and chucked her over the announce table. And look, I do totally get this, and I do appreciate WWE trying this stuff. And also, it takes all of 20 seconds to go on social media and see all these kids who look up to Alexa Bliss and think it's really cool. But I am not a little kid. I am a grown-ass geek man, and this stuff just isn't for me. And it also went on for around about 82 years. That's why it's getting it down. We also do have to count this as a distraction, which has got to be one of the silliest ones ever. So bring down the board, and it rolls up to 104. More teasing between Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman.
I don't know what to say about that. Y'all know Charlotte's the queen, of course. Everybody knows Charlotte, you a GOAT. Hey, we all know that. Of course. I ain't taking nothing away from Charlotte. Alexa Bliss, I like her new character. The match, he said the match was good. He gave it a down because it went on for too long. Did it really go on that long to where it was like you wanted to change the channel because it was going on for that too long? It was just like, all right, man, hurry up, finish. I wonder how long it went on. Maybe I should watch it for myself.
Next, and I just love this because Paul Heyman was on the phone to someone when like Kayla Braxton almost slid into his DM. She just went whoop and appeared from nowhere. When all of a sudden Paul was like, would you get out of my face? It doesn't matter if I was talking to Brock Lesnar, I wouldn't tell you anyway. But you know this wasn't true because then the Usos arrived. He was like, oh, blah, blah, and he tried to hang up the phone. So was he talking to the Beast or was he talking to somebody else? We will find out soon. Jeff Hardy then reminded us that it doesn't matter what WWE does with him. He can be a 24/7 geek, he cannot appear on the show, he can lose to Karrion Kross. Everybody is going to love him until the end of damn time.
Of course.
Nice? I think
until he dies.
Nice. But it was Jeff Hardy taking on Sheamus
next week when he breaks his neck.
For the US title. And yeah, no matter what the Irishman did or whatever the Archer of Infamy, whatever we're calling him, did, every single person in this building was like, nah, bruh. I just want to see Jeff Hardy win. To the point, when we got to the end and Damian Priest was hitting Jeff Hardy and Jeff Hardy was hitting Damian Priest, we booed Mr. Priest. Now look, I still think we should push him.
No. Yeah. No. I ain't booing Damian Priest. I love Jeff Hardy, but I ain't gonna boo him.
Because I like him.
Yeah.
My word, this tickled me. It also gave me the fear because I completely convinced myself.
Well, I don't love
Damian
Priest.
Jeff Hardy had been put up to this thing
But I think
was
he's
so
good.
he could take the pinfall. And if we had done that, there probably would have been a riot. But if you can believe it, and I still can't, we didn't do that at all. This was yet another top match on a crazy card though, with all the guys working their asses off. And once more, when we got to the final 5 minutes, it was just near fall kick out, near fall kick out, near fall kick out. But given this was a quote-unquote B show, you probably do need to overload those things because it allowed me to get into this even more. Given that we had seen so many maneuvers though, I was a bit like, well, I wonder how this is going to end. And I'll give you a couple of seconds to work it out because that's right, it was with the most devastating move in all of sports entertainment.
A surprise roll-up, bro.
Sheamus won't be happy either because he hit the bro kick onto Jeff Hardy right before this. He was like, oh my gosh, I've done it, I've won, fella. We can go out and have some points afterwards. When, yes, Damien went, nope, that's not going to happen. He did hit the surprise roll-up, 1, 2, 3. I mean, that is a crappy way to retain your title.
Yes, it is.
He and Jeff showed some love to each other afterwards to make sure everybody knows they're both good guys. And Sheamus was going, oh man, I can't believe it, it's not fair. And also, do not forget, because of the name of the show, which was Extreme Rules, it's not actually called Not Extreme Rules, WWE has now told us the triple threat match is Extreme Rules. Lol. promo. How does Jeff do this though? Like, it's absolutely crazy. You know, he always posts those videos on social media where he's got his face paint and his makeup on, he kind of looks left, looks right, then goes blink, blink. Maybe when he does that, he kind of wiggles some magic into our direction, because again, WWE, and it hits us and we're all possessed like, oh my gosh, Jeff Hardy. I don't know what I'm talking about. Big E then responded to Bobby Lashley and he said he is fine with the fight, he doesn't need the New Day, and he accepts his challenge for Raw at the start of the show. Which of course means it will be the main event, and the opening of Raw will actually be a 22.5-minute promo. Bianca Belair versus Becky Lynch for the SmackDown Women's title then did exactly what I thought it was going to do.
This is what I've been waiting on. Bianca Belair, Becky Lynch. Let's get it!
I say that because again, I went to a London house show last week with the WWE, and they did this match, and they took all of that goodness and they put it on this pay-per-view, and it was damn good. To play off SummerSlam, Lynch went for the manhandle slam right away, but this time Bianca was like, nope, that's not happening, so she went for the KOD, and this was a great way to kick things off, because as ever, it was time for some wrestling tennis. Becky kind of stopped that when she took Bianca's hair and sort of hanged her over the top rope. That was a kind of a weird looking spot, and if you are wondering, well, who got cheered and who got booed, nobody was getting jeered. Everybody was getting, oh my gosh, we're going to believe it. So once again, I don't really think it is working, but I also don't care in this regard, because the atmosphere was top. They were then playing tug of war with Bianca's hair, which I do admit looked very fun, especially because look what I've got to play with. Ain't no one doing tug of war with this. And Belair reversed that into a spine buster for a really good near fall. And that was one of the most inventive spots I think not only we saw on this night, but maybe in the entire year. It was a hair spine buster. They were then just transitioning and reversing out of each other's moves, but the thing we kept going back to is that Bianca Belair is the strongest, and no matter what you do, she will power out of it. And
yes,
I love
sir.
that, because when she does do this, every single time, it looks really cool. And this was especially true when Becky Lynch went for the disarmer, and once again, Bianca was like, no, no, here I go, when all of a sudden, quite literally from nowhere, we had a surprise. Because at that moment, out ran Sasha Banks and all the people, she started to beat up Bianca Belair. And given that she did this right in front of the referee's face, she was like, well, what else do you want me to do? Ding, 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 disqualification. I don't really care when something like this happens though, because I was like, oh my God, it's Sasha Banks, I can't believe she's back. Especially when she faced off with Becky Lynch, who was hilarious here. She was like giving her arm in so much pain, but thanks very much, thumb. But Sasha didn't care about this either, and she beat Becky up too. Now, of course, as a wrestling fan, I'm like, oh, we're going to start doing a triple threat match, what an extreme rule. But the draft is just around the corner. I'm a bit worried they're all going to get broken up. But a man can dream, and also, yes, there is a criticism you can hurl at WWE here. Clearly, they didn't want Bianca Belair to lose, and clearly, they didn't want Becky Lynch to lose.
Yeah, it's fine.
So
it's
they
fine.
went for
It's
nonsense instead. Now, look, it was fine because Sasha Banks.
No, because now we got Sasha Banks in the mix, and I'm not mad at it.
Super duper megastar.
Yeah.
But in the future, if you don't want
love
somebody
Sasha
to lose, don't book the match. This did feel like good timing though, and reminded you that really, no matter what the show is, you don't know what's going to happen. Incredibly, it was then the main event. I was like, wow, where did that come from? And it baffles me that WWE understands with a show like Extreme Rules, leave the fans wanting more. But when it gets to a WrestleMania, it's like, oh my gosh, it's 99 hours, and in fact, we'll do a few more. WWE actually had some Extreme Rules with this too, finally. I've been waiting 3 hours, for goodness sake. And it did have some intrigue, which kind of ties into the point we were just talking about. Roman Reigns was never going to lose, but this was the demon version of Finn Balor, and he shouldn't be losing either.
Facts.
So what was WWE going to do? What they did come up with quite the plan, we shall talk about it. This was brilliant though, and just highlighted how good both guys are, especially
Brock Lesnar came out and destroyed some niggas, huh?
at the start, because Roman Reigns got a kendo stick. He was like, ha ha, you're not going to believe I'm going to do with this. So Finn Balor went, well, I tell you what's better than one kendo stick, 97 kendo sticks, and he just started to whoop Roman Reigns' ass. And do you know what the fans did when this was happening? They didn't care that a man was being brutalized with a stick. They were just going, we want tables, and they did this the entire time. Honestly, somebody could have got a gun and just shot one of them. They were like, we don't care about that. We just want a table. Finn being the good babyface, then went, all right, fine, I'll go and get a table. And everybody went crazy, but then Roman Reigns cut him off. And I'm sorry, we are going to have to push this table now. We've got to make the table the WWE champion. I am the table, because I've never heard anything get such an ovation. They then started to wreck each other with chairs, but still this went on. And I was like, man, this is just a little bit disrespectful, because they are killing themselves right now. And then when they started to brawl into the crowd, Roman Reigns just gets a round of applause. because he put a mask on, which firstly makes sense because again he is coming back from a devastating illness and he should protect himself. But also Pat McAfee on commentary was all like, oh, he doesn't want to breathe in the same air as these cretins. That's a well thought out idea. Also, when they were doing this, the fans finally got what they wanted because Finn Balor was on one table, Roman Reigns was on the other, and he threw himself off of it and they both went crashing through the wood. So there you go, New Center Arena, or wherever the hell we were. It was not called that. You finally got what you want. And even more near falls, which ties into everything I've already said. And I think at one point, Finn Balor kind of got revenge for Roman Reigns whacking him in the balls after a kick out because he did the same.
Okay.
He hit the coup
Busting
de
the
grace,
balls.
and I swear, I actually thought he had become the Universal Champion.
Ah, that would have been dope, but okay.
Those damn Usos broke it up.
Ah, the Usos
Extreme
came!
rules, there are no DQ.
Yeah. Oh, this is about to get crazy. So the Usos came. They started jumping Finn Balor. You guys know I'm a Finn Balor fan. I love Roman Reigns too. But I don't know. Let's keep going.
Usos weren't getting involved earlier. I don't know. And do you know how this ended? With Jay getting powerbombed through a table. And again, everybody in that damn audience couldn't handle it. This got even better though, because as Finn Balor was like, oh, I did it. Roman Reigns just speared him through the barricade. So you just had all this carnage and all these bodies on the floor. I thought this was pretty good. And then, well, let me try and explain. Apparently, when Finn Balor has been speared through a barricade and is the demon, all of a sudden, he has telepathic powers when he can start controlling the lighting rig and he can access the WWE computer and push play on Finn theme music.mp3. Because all the lights went red, his music started to play, he was like wiggling and jiggling around, and he got back to his feet, and he just started beating everybody up. I mean, he hit...
Finn Balor, the demon, is going to be the next Bray Wyatt. I already like Finn Balor, so I'm not mad. Finn Balor got to put me on his diet plan too. The homie's
He
buff.
threw him through a table, and then he started to climb the top rope to go for another coup de grace. I don't mean to laugh, but it was really funny. Because from nowhere, with all this smoke and the music going, banner, 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 the top rope just broke. Down Finn Balor fell.
Damn,
as soon as he crashed into the mat as well, the music stopped and the lights came back on. So Roman was like, all right, fine. He gave him a spear and he got the 1, 2, 3. Now, I do not want this to take away from the match.
That's
and
how that
fair
nigga
play
won?
to WWE for trying something creative. I'd always rather they got the bat and took a swing.
Wait.
Here's the thing. 1, go back and watch it now and pretend the Curb Your Enthusiasm theme music plays afterwards. And also, 2, imagine somebody sniped him. You will die. You will die. If you watch it, imagine someone in the crowd sniped. That's what it looks like. I don't really think this worked. Nobody explained what the hell had happened either.
Yeah,
Don't forget, Sheamus was up there earlier, basically doing Jeff Hardy's dance. Apparently the top ropes could take that, but it couldn't take Finn Balor's ass. Meaning Extreme Rules closed with the bloodline going, yes, we've still done it.
All right, bro, let's talk about it. First and foremost, shout out to my boy Simon. Great video, like always. Shout out to What Culture Wrestling. But now let's talk about the video really quick. Few matches. Charlotte and Alexa Bliss match, I was not impressed behind. Well, I have to watch it for myself. He said it was a good match, but then afterwards it went on for too long. So I have to watch it myself. If the match was fine, then that's good, because y'all know they're both some beasts to me. They're really good wrestlers. That's why they're the top of the top. Charlotte and Alexa Bliss. Oh, excuse me. Bianca Belair, Sasha Banks, and now Becky Lynch. Oh, yeah, I'm here for it. That's fire. WWE, keep me interested. Yeah. The main event, I don't know why they made Finn Balor lose that way. They couldn't think of no other way to make Finn Balor look like a beast and Roman Reigns look like a beast and still have a decent finisher. They need different people on their creative team. To have him lose just by having the top rope break and him fall from that is disgusting. Shout out to the gang. See y'all next time, man. Everybody have a great night. I'm gonna see you guys tomorrow. Peace.
Got all the vibes. Yeah, I got all the vibes. I can't let you run. A nigga can't let you run.